Now, one of the biggest TV shows in the world is China's Running Man. It pulls in hundreds of millions of viewers and it makes its owners and stars hundreds of millions of dollars. So why won't they pay the Aussie workers they've left out of pocket? Reporter Alicia Mewling's been following the story and joins us now. Alicia, the makers and the stars of this show have literally done a runner.
Yeah, that's right, Cam. It was supposed to be a great coup for our tourism industry. The most watched reality TV show in the world, filming Down Under. But things turned sour when the show's creators left the country without giving their workers a cent. They call it reality TV on steroids. The most watched game show in the world, with a multi-million-dollar budget taking its celebrity cast to luxury hotspots around the world. This year's series has already been viewed a staggering 200 million times.
It's like a Chinese version of The Amazing Race.
They spare no expense on keeping their Chinese audience entertained, showing off some of the most sought-after destinations on the planet.
There is no more important market than China for Australia right now, or for the foreseeable future.
And just last month, a crew of more than 200 arrived here to shoot an episode. They relied on Aussie workers and small production companies to help film. The only problem, the show they call The Running Man is accused of doing a runner on its production costs. When the show's creators chose Australia as their next location, our tourism bosses were licking their lips. The Australian episodes are expected to be watched by more than 100 million fans of the cult series in China and across Asia when the show airs in January 2016. Over 4 days, this mega production filmed at some of our most iconic sites. In Melbourne, it was the MCG, the exhibition building and the museum, while in Adelaide, the cast headed to the city's Rundle Mall and the famous Barossa Valley. And it's not the first time the TV franchise has come down under. 2 years ago, the Korean version of Running Man headed to Queensland, filming 3 episodes on the Gold Coast and at Palm Beach. But last month, within weeks of the cult show returning to China, things turned ugly, forcing tourism authorities into damage control. A Current Affair understands dozens of production staff, from security guards to location managers, are still yet to be paid. Tourism Australia has confirmed it's now chasing the cash from the Chinese, with the bill at around $500,000. We may not recognise them here, but these celebrity contestants are a big deal to millions of fans across Asia. The show's only female star, Angel Baby, is known as the Kim Kardashian of China. In October, she married a fellow Chinese actor in one of the most extravagant ceremonies the world has ever seen. 2,000 guests celebrated the occasion in Shanghai. The bride decked out in a custom Dior gown with a $1.5 million pear-shaped diamond engagement ring on her finger. The entire event rumoured to have cost more than $30 million.
Well, it wasn't subtle. I mean, Angel Baby doesn't do things by halves. It's all about show. It's all about making people a little bit envious.
Entertainment commentator Peter Ford.
I've known many examples of people in media and show business who have gone into various arrangements and deals and negotiations with Chinese people, and it's notoriously difficult.
Tourism Australia declined an on-camera interview. Instead, a spokesperson provided A Current Affair with a statement. Tourism Australia was made aware late last week that a number of crew members involved in the filming of the recent Running Man Australia episodes had payments outstanding for their work on the project. Whilst production arrangements were negotiated directly between a local production company and the producers of Running Man based in China, we are trying to resolve the matter.
Tourism Australia is all about facilitating broadcasting Australia to the world. So this is just one of many TV programs that they'll be participating in this year.
Quentin Long is from the Australian Traveller magazine.
Oh, look, the appeal doesn't change. It's our beautiful landscapes, it's our naturalness, our beautiful beaches, our food, our icons like the harbour, the rainforest, the rock, all those sorts of things wrapped up into a great experience that the Chinese just don't get anywhere else in the world.
He says Australia sits at the very top of Chinese travellers' bucket lists. And the episodes, which will air in China next.
They're our number 2 in number of visitors that come to Australia, but by far the number 1 in terms of dollars spent. And that's the benefit that Australia is going to get out of being showcased on that program. The downside of it is there are a lot of people who provided services in good faith who haven't been paid.
Yeah, it's great having them here, but they do have to pay their way, and the union which represents Aussie technicians and crews is also now investigating after receiving several complaints about unpaid work. And late today, the Running Man program released a statement denying these allegations. You can read the full response on our website.